5 productivity rules I live by. Hello, I'm Dylan, I'm 17 and I help people become more productive and beat procrastination. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down 5 productivity rules I live by in my day-to-day life. I'm going to go over what they are and how you can implement them into your day-to-day life to become more productive and get more work done. Get straight into it. Rule number 1, delay your gratification. This is something I've touched upon many times on my channel, and I think it's the key component and proponent of a more productive life. Having something that you want and then delaying it until you've completed said task will be very beneficial towards yourself and your productivity, because you have this intrinsic drive to complete the work in a more efficient and productive manner, saving time and keeping you motivated on the task, because you know if you complete it, you have the reward afterwards. Also, to mention, when you complete the task and garner the reward, you're creating this positive reinforcement loop around you completing the work, as every single time you receive the reward alongside dopamine upon completing the task, this positive reinforcement loop emerges, will motivate you towards completing the task the next time, because you know and your body knows what's coming if you complete it. This is essential and a key pillar in productivity, in my opinion. Just before we get into rule number 2, you consume all this content and you absorb all this information, yet you still find yourself stuck in a rut of procrastination. This is where I come in. I can hold you accountable, I can help you implement it, and I can specify exactly what you need to do in your specific scenario, because I've been there. I know the way out, and I want to help you go from A, procrastinator, to B, productive work dominator, and I know you want to be there too. So please look at the top links in the description if you're interested in booking a free consultation meeting with me, where I can introduce you to my program, the 21-day work domination program, or B, you can book a 1-hour productivity session with me where we can help you face your issues. Check them out if you're interested. I look forward to seeing you. Take action. Rule number 2 in today's video is gratitude for work. So introspection and many hours of podcasts have led me down the exact same rabbit hole, which has an inevitable destination of gratitude. Gratitude is the baseline, the core of of motivation in many cases. Understanding and being grateful towards your situation will allow you to be more productive, as you'll have more motivation and an intrinsic rather than extrinsic drive towards your work. Being grateful for the amount of work you have to do and the ease in comparison to people who are working in mines, etc., will allow you to slip into work easier and be more disciplined and motivated, because you understand its worth, you understand the blessed position you're in, and this allows you to be happy and content in completing your work. This gratitude is essential because content productivity most of the time leads to longevous productivity. If you're enjoying the work, if you're completing the productivity with a lovely smile on your face from this gratitude journaling or gratitude contemplation around the work, then you will do it longer and you'll be more disciplined in being consistent in completing the work in effective and productive manners. Understand why you're doing it. Why are you doing this work? Will it project you and propel you towards where you want to be? And then, if so, write down why you're grateful towards it, why you're grateful for this task, and why upon completion you're grateful for your previous self completing the task. These prompts around gratitude and around the work you're completing will keep you happy, keep you content, and as I said, keep you consistent and disciplined towards completing the work. Gratitude is the baseline core of productivity in most cases, and you can get an easy surge of motivation from understanding and being grateful towards the task you have to complete. Productivity rule number 3 that I live by is maximizing sleep. This is quite a cliche topic in productivity and self-improvement, but sleep is, again, similar to the other 2 rules I've talked about, a pillar of productivity. And I think if you're not getting sleep, it could be the catalyst of your downfall in productivity and not getting work done. You need 7 to 8 hours, 9 hours preferably, and you need a consistent sleep and wake cycle. Dr. Andrew Huberman, the leading professor of neurobiology at Stanford University, suggests that it's more important to have a consistent circadian rhythm, so your sleep and wake time, than it is the hours of sleep you have. So wake up, get this circadian rhythm activator or catalyst from sunlight or low solar angle rays, and then consistently sleep at a similar time. So for me, I try to go to sleep between 10:30 and 11 p.m. and wake up from 7 to 8 a.m. in the morning. This consistent circadian rhythm allows me to be deeply rested, clear out the metabolic waste of the previous day, and allow me to be more neuroplastic in the day coming forth, which keeps me mentally clear, allows me to take in information and learn consistently, which is important to progress in self-improvement and productivity and work in general, and allows me to tackle tasks with maximum efficiency, productivity, and motivation, discipline, and drive. This is so essential. Sleep is the number one proponent of your hormonal system, such as the dopaminergic system, which primes you, drives you, and keeps you motivated towards tasks. Without sleep, you will fail, you will fall apart, and the facade of your productivity will cripple in the face of your work. You need sleep to remain productive. It's very obvious, and everyone knows it, yet everyone still stays awake till 1, 2, 3 in the morning, wakes up very, very late, inconsistently, and is tired and groggy for the rest of their day. You cannot complete work if you don't sleep well. Just do it. Also, side note, I understand that people can't sleep well for various reasons, such as insomnia and other uncontrollable aspects like that. Maybe you just had a bad night's sleep. I get them now and again. I get a bad night's sleep. I'm only human. No one's infallible. But you can utilize tactics such as yoga nidra and SDR to restore vigor in a bad night's sleep. This is just something I utilize day to day. When I haven't slept well, I will have 10, 15, 20 minutes of NSDR, and it restores my vigor, removes the grogginess, and instills a mental clarity for the day ahead. This is something to note. I'll leave a couple of videos in the description for non-sleep deep rest. In the realm of cliche and self-improvement, but nose strips and mouth tape. So I have some tape, I can't find it at the moment, but it covers my mouth and stops me from mouth breathing in my sleep, which allows me to maintain my oral health and wake up without a dry mouth. And nose strips to allow my nostrils to flare open and take enough oxygen in so I don't suffocate and die. Just being able to breathe through your nose while you sleep is very important for your jawline structure, as well as your oral health, as well as general oxygenation, because your nose is the most efficient cavity at taking in enough oxygen to keep you well rested. It can also help with sleep apnea and other such things. Anyways, let's get on to the next point. Rule number 4, snowballing. I talked about this in previous videos, but use minor tasks to build up the momentum, motivation, and drive to complete the larger tasks. For example, me cleaning my desk, making my bed, and putting on the clothes for this video can be the small tasks which lead me into completing the larger tasks. So if you clean your desk, open your computer, open the files, these small tasks build up the motivation and momentum into you going into the larger pieces of work. So create a to-do list of these small tasks. Make bed, clean desk, etc, etc, etc. Tick them all off, and you'll have this intrinsic drive to complete the larger tasks because you've built up this motivation. You're trickling in the dopamine, which, as well as the happiness hormone, is the drive motivator. So neurobiologically, you're priming yourself to get into the work effectively and easy, and this could be the one thing that's holding you back, because a lot of people have this mentally masturbated view that they can just dive straight into the hard task. They can just dive straight into tricky tasks of the day. They can eat the frog, and in some cases you can. In some cases you wake up with this nice motivation, this nice disciplined drive, but in most cases the average person has to build up to it, and this build up is normal. This build up is fine. Just utilize the snowball. Just as you roll a snowball from the top of a mountain to the bottom on a snowy winter's day, the ball rolls, and with momentum it gets larger and larger and larger and larger and larger, and then at the bottom that small little snowball has converted to a large hump of snow. And in the same case, productivity can be rolled and is stackable. So you start off with these tiny tasks, stack them, and then all of a sudden you have the dopamine drive to complete the larger tasks and get on with your day. Anyways, enough chatting. Productivity rule number 5, you can guess it. Planning your day is the one thing that will set you apart from the masses and allow you to complete the work. Half of the battle of procrastination is having a plan to combat it. I say this in almost every single video. Planning your day is essential. I'm actually in the process of creating and distributing a journal habit tracker planner, which will have loads of different sections. I'll talk about in another video, but I am so keen and passionate towards planning my days. It is unbearable. If you do not plan your days, you are limiting yourself, you're limiting your productivity, you're limiting your progress in every case, because planning will set you apart. Knowing exactly what you need to do will remove the friction between A, you, and B, the work, and then C, the success of completing the work. If you remove the friction, if you remove the mental fog of not knowing what you have to do with a plan, with a set, clear plan, then you will complete the work easier. Half of the battle of procrastination and beating it is having a plan to do so. Set out your goals, set out your list of things you've got to do in the day, and include the smaller tasks, because it makes you feel good and it allows you to be more consistent in completing these smaller tasks, as I've said in previous videos. But planning will set you apart and allow you to be more productive in your day-to-day life. Do not underestimate a plan. It is paramount to success in many cases. But anyways, that was rule 5. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope it was useful. I mean, it's definitely one of my most useful videos recently. So please hit the subscribe button, like and stuff if you're interested in watching more from me. Again, the top link in the description will take you to a place where you can book time with me, and I can help you, hold you accountable, and give you the solutions specified to your day-to-day life to take you out of this procrastination rut and allow you to effectively, productively, and consistently dominate your work. You have so much potential. Tap into it and click the top links. Thank you for watching.